Hey, I'm at Ashley's Taste of Home. I'm Rodney Billings. Joining me is Wanda Ashley. Thanks for joining me. For folks that don't know who you are, let's talk a little bit about you.
Okay, my name is Wanda Ashley, and we have lived here in the community for about 15 years. My husband is Lee Ashley. He's a minister and also works for Norris Funeral Home. We have 3 grown children and 8 grandchildren. We love this area, and we felt like there was a need on this end of town for some healthy cooking, some things that maybe would reach the group of people who don't like to do a lot of cooking at home anymore.
Right.
They can come here and get their vegetables, and we cook every day from scratch with our meats, our desserts, our bread. And so far it has filled that void that we had for this end of the county.
You've been very successful, and I think one of the reasons you've been very successful is just the type of food that you offer. And we're not just talking about your older generations, we're talking about your younger generations as well, that just don't have time to cook. Now, if you're in that situation, you just don't have time to cook, swing by Ashley's and get a vegetable or a vegetable plate. It's affordable. Because sometimes, I've been in this situation where you're cooking for one.
Right.
And no matter what your age, if you're cooking for one, you understand where we're coming from. Sometimes you waste a lot of food that way. And the quality of the food sometimes is not going to be as good as coming to a nice restaurant. So this side of town is good for you. We're on Kings Mountain Road, by the way. Kings Mountain Road.
Yes. There's really no other restaurants right out at this end as far as we are. We draw from the courthouse, the administration building, and the industrial park. We have a lot of guests from Kings Grant.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice.
And
okay.
we really enjoy.
Because you're close by.
Yes, we really enjoy that group of folks because they usually come in and not our busy times, and they just enjoy to sit and talk. And we've made some great friends here that we would not have met had we not been here.
So the folks at Kings Grant, they love your sides, like your squash and onions, your pinto beans, your deviled eggs. Sometimes it's hard to find that in just some of your basic restaurants.
And we basically, we cook every day from scratch, and we don't carry over food. We have very little waste. So when you get meatloaf, say tomorrow, it has just been mixed up today, and it'll be cooked.
So you don't make meatloaf on Tuesday and have meatloaf sandwiches on Wednesday because you're out?
Right. We are out. We try to really gauge our quantities.
Tell me, what is one of your favorite items on the menu to cook?
My favorite item is probably our turkey dressing and gravy. We put our raw turkey breast in the oven about 6 o'clock on Wednesday mornings, and we make our dressing or stuffing from scratch. And our gravy comes from the turkey broth.
It's delicious.
And we usually sell out every Wednesday when we have that.
One of my favorite, Wanda, is your meatloaf, because to me sometimes, meatloaf, some folks just smother it in ketchup and kill the flavor of the meat with ketchup, but you don't do that.
No, we don't really use any filler in our meats. We use fresh hamburger. We don't put onions because some people can't have that. We use onion powder instead. We use oatmeal in our meatloaf. We use very little to make it go further. We just use enough to hold it together.
It's delicious. One of the things that I noticed, Wanda, about your meatloaf is that it's not a loaf.
No, it's not.
Which that is one of the things that I love about it. They look like large meatballs with a flat bottom.
That comes from my background of working in prison. And in prison, everything must be exact. If you serve meatloaf, every serving must look the same, and it must have the exact amount far as ounces.
Now Wanda she said cooking in prison, not being in prison.
Right. I worked for a company called Aramark for 10 years, and I was a food service director for the Danville City Jail, the Adult Detention Center, and W.W. Moore Juvenile. And so that's the reason I do it in little mounds, because we actually have a 6-ounce scoop that we scoop that up. And so when you get a serving, you're getting a
Sure.
certain amount, and everybody gets the same.
Your portion size is perfect, and it's very important to
Mm-hmm.
maintain a consistency with your portion size,
Yes.
and you know that. And some of your food is just absolute. I should say all your food, but some of it really sticks out to me. Your meatloaf sticks out to me. Your turkey and dressing is almost like going to mom's for Thanksgiving, that's basically almost what you have done here. You have taken your home kitchen and you brought it here to Ashley's Taste of Home.
Exactly. I don't serve anything here that I would not eat.
Mm-hmm.
And every day, as far as all of our cooked foods, I actually taste every one of them before they're served. And I learned that from working with Aramark
Sure,
also.
sure. So let me ask you this. I asked you what was your favorite thing to cook. What is one of your favorite things on the menu?
Probably our homemade chicken salad.
Mhm.
We use fresh, boneless, skinless chicken breast.
Okay.
We actually boil it, chop it. We don't use any dark meat.
Mhm.
It's very healthy, and instead of using all mayonnaise, we use part sour cream.
Okay, so it makes it a little healthier.
It makes it a little
Okay,
healthier,
okay.
and all we use is salt and pepper and some pickle relish.
Okay.
So when you get chicken salad, you're really getting
You're
chicken
really
salad.
getting chicken salad.
Yes.
So tell me, can you purchase that? I know by the sandwich and whatnot, but can
Yes.
you purchase it by itself?
We sell it by 8-ounce container or
Okay.
by 16-ounce.
Okay.
Yes.
Which is great because I love my chicken salad on crackers.
hmm
Yeah. That may be a little healthier too, so you're
Yeah.
avoiding all the bread. But one of the other things that I love is your chicken and dumplings. What makes your chicken and dumplings so special?
We actually boil fresh chicken. And actually, the broth that we cook our chicken in for chicken salad, I save that broth and we use it on Friday. And the reason we have chicken dumplings on Friday is because I have the broth from all week long to use.
Oh wow, okay.
And that I
There's
think
your secret.
There it is.
Yeah.
I don't use canned chicken.
Right.
We skim if there is any fat on that broth, we skim it off. So when you see our chicken and dumplings, it has white meat and there's no grease or anything
It's
sitting
delicious.
on top.
It's
Thank
delicious.
you.
All right, so let me ask you this, and then we're going to move on to some of these sandwiches. What is your top seller Monday through Friday? You got roast beef and gravy. You got baked spaghetti, which is absolutely amazing. Your baked spaghetti is everything on your menu is crazy. Trust me, I've had it. I'm not pulling your chain. This is some really, really, really good stuff. Baked spaghetti is at the top of my list. The turkey and dressing is just like Mother's Thanksgiving, and then the meatloaf is my third favorite. I'm just telling you what I love. So tell me, what is your top seller Monday through Friday? Hold on, let me guess. I think it's your baked spaghetti.
It's our salmon cakes.
Oh my, really?
We sell out of
Your salmon cakes?
Yes, we sell out
Wow.
of salmon cakes every week.
Wow.
What sets ours apart from other restaurants is there is no filler in it. There are
Perfect.
not very many spices at all.
Right.
And it's just the salmon, and we just kind of brown it lightly, and it's very healthy for you.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't like to cook salmon because it smells your
Right.
kitchen up.
So we just smell your kitchen up. We
Yes.
come here and we enjoy the salmon. That is
But-
great thinking.
Yes. I have some customers that come at night, and I have to make sure that I save them some.
Oh, okay. I know how that is. Okay, that is awesome.
So,
I would have never thought the
Yes.
salmon cakes. Okay, because the baked spaghetti is just like, it's amazing. It is amazing. So, all right. So we're going to switch gears here in just a second, but I want to bounce back over here real quick before I forget. Is this something new on the menu, or have I overlooked it? The chicken bacon ranch casserole. That sounds like that's a mouthful, but that is a mouth-watering full. Is this new?
it is a recipe that I created,
Okay.
and it came from, I would have some grilled chicken left over, and I had spaghetti noodles, so
Okay.
I Googled on the internet and put those 3 items in, and it pulled up this recipe.
Okay.
And that's where it came in, and it has been very popular.
I'm going to have to try it because it absolutely sounds amazing.
It is delicious.
We're going to switch gears and go into the kitchen here in just a second.
Okay.
We're going to start talking about some of the sandwiches that you have to offer. We're also going to talk about some of your desserts because
Okay.
your desserts are made from scratch.
They
I know
are.
they are. And they are made with such love. Because I'm telling you, any dessert that you have from Ashley's, It's mouth-watering. It's life-changing. It's amazing because you can tell it's made from scratch, right? Everything is.
Yes. Our banana pudding, our congealed salads. We don't purchase anything that's already made or processed foods here. Our pimento cheese is homemade from scratch. Like I said, our cobblers, they are made from frozen blackberries and blueberries.
Wow.
It's not canned fruit, it's frozen, which that is the most healthy. If you have a choice between canned or frozen, you want to take frozen.
Sure.
And so that's what sets our cobblers apart.
Right. I can't wait to get into the kitchen, so let's go. We're standing here in the kitchen with Wanda. We're at Ashley's Taste of Home, and you were educating me about batch cooking. What exactly is that?
Batch cooking is where you prep your food, but you only prep what you're going to serve for a certain amount of time. Which today we had baked spaghetti, so we sold out at lunch. So now we're making more spaghetti sauce, and we'll have fresh baked spaghetti for dinner.
Right, right. Because we got in the kitchen, and I was like, "What's that delicious smell? What is that?" You know, and she's like, "That is our spaghetti sauce. We're
Yes.
cooking spaghetti sauce." So they actually, you sold out through lunch. Now we're making more for dinner.
Right.
That, I guess that is one of your keys to making sure that everything is just so fresh and delicious here, because it's
Yes.
just made, I mean, it's made from scratch today. Isn't that right?
Yes, and what I have left over, I will immediately cool down and put in the freezer and pull it out and use that first next week. But you don't have, you kind of lock in all your flavor and
You do.
everything.
You do.
And we have no waste that way.
I don't think you freeze much, Wanda. Just talking to you one-on-one here, I don't think you freeze much.
No,
do
we
you?
don't. We don't freeze much. We try to really track how many servings of each item we sell on a regular basis, and that way we can gauge what we're going to cook for the next time that we serve that item.
Sure.
And,
I love your setup. I love your menu board. Your menu board is one of my favorite things here, because I know you change some of your vegetables on a
Yes.
daily. Your mac and cheese
Yes.
is the closest thing I found to my own mother's. And that says a lot, Wanda, okay? Because mac and cheese is important, especially us big guys. We love our mac and cheese.
Yes.
We love our meat and potatoes, but mac and cheese is close to our heart.
Yes.
You make some great macaroni and cheese. So what's your secret? You want to
My
share?
secret is that I buy the whole round loaf of hoop cheese.
Okay.
We grate it ourselves.
Wow.
And so when we make our mac and cheese, we cook our noodles, we drain them, we rinse them, and we layer them in the pan and put that hoop cheese on it, and then put another layer. So, and then we put a little a little butter and pour evaporated milk on it and bake it.
Wow.
And that's why it tastes like Mom's.
Now you have hoop cheese here that you can buy by itself, right?
Yes.
Somebody gave you a hard time over that. Maybe that wasn't a
Yeah.
good idea, but it was,
It
wasn't
was a very good idea.
Because hoop
yes.
cheese is not really something that's easy to find. Like you
Right.
got it here.
Yes. Well, the reason I wanted to have it here was because I love to go up on the mountain and buy at the
Same here.
Mediterranean.
We always do it. We
and
do it
get
every year.
crackers and cheese.
Yeah. We do it every fall.
We love that.
Yeah.
And so I thought, well, that's something we don't have readily available right here. So that's been very successful.
I love
for
it.
us.
Just one of the reasons why I love Ashley so much is because you've taken some of your family traditions and you've just offered it to the community, because I'm telling you, this family has got some amazing family traditions and some great cooking. Can you imagine? Let's think about this. Can you imagine Thanksgiving at her house? Or birthday parties or anniversaries? They must love your cooking.
Yes, I love to cook. That is, I have two hobbies.
Yeah?
First one is cooking. The second
Yep.
one is I love making wreaths
Yep.
and bows.
I would
so
say it's a passion.
It
It's
is a passion. It is.
And it's a talent of yours, because
Yes.
you've got some amazing wreaths here.
Yes.
Now let's talk about that in just a second, because I want to talk about sandwiches. We're running out of time, I guess, and it's just there's so much to talk about here at Ashley's, but your wreaths are absolutely beautiful. Tell me a little bit about that.
I have been making wreaths for many years, but I wanted a place where people could come in and get some true home cooking and also have a very inviting atmosphere.
Right.
So I wanted to use my creations to decorate, but also to sell.
Yes.
And we sell a great amount of
Yes,
wreaths and
yes.
bows.
Well, you do because they're beautiful. They're beautiful,
yeah.
and people need those for every season. You want to put a
Exactly.
different wreath on your door, and just kind of go with the season and the
Right.
flow of that thing. So you also have a Facebook account for that as well.
Yes, I do.
And you have Facebook for Ashley's.
I do.
So all they have to do is just look that up. They kind of
Yeah.
counteract each other, and you self-promote a little bit on each
Yes.
one, so they can find those. How do they find your wreaths online?
My wreath Facebook page is called Wreaths, Bows, and Blessings.
Okay.
And that is where I also advertise, and I ship all over the United States.
Oh wow, wow. Okay, we'll put that link in the description, by the way.
And then I also have another Facebook page called Sunshine Craft Supplies. I supply other crafters with supplies that are not readily available for them in the stores.
Okay. Okay.
So that's a lot of fun.
Wow, I bet. And then in the meantime, you try to work in a little cooking,
Yes.
maybe? Wow, she's
My
a busy
wreath
lady.
making comes in at night when I go home. It's very relaxing for me.
Yeah.
So I'll go in my basement and
Yeah.
I work on a couple wreaths.
Yeah.
And so
That's
I wind
awesome.
down.
That's awesome.
And then I'm ready to go to bed.
All right, let's switch gears
Okay.
before you wind down. Let's switch gears and talk about sandwiches,
Okay.
because so many people now are trying to eat healthy. So let's talk about your healthy sandwiches, because I know that you don't have a deep fryer here.
No.
So you don't offer French fries.
No.
You do offer potato chips or baked chips. You have some healthy options for folks. One of my favorite sides is macaroni salad.
Salad.
It's one of my favorite sides. Let's talk about some of your healthy sandwiches. What's one of your best sellers?
Probably my best seller is a chicken salad sandwich. I sell a lot of pimento cheese because we make that from scratch. I make it every week. We make our own egg salad.
All right, let's back this up. I'm sorry, Juan. I don't mean to interrupt you. I'm not sure if you heard what she said. She makes this from scratch every week. Her
Yes.
pimento cheese is not shipped in. Her chicken salad is not bought from across town. These are things that you make right here
Yes.
in-house, fresh, every single week.
Exactly.
Wow, that is amazing.
We usually make chicken salad about 3 times a week because I let it run out and then we make some more.
Sure.
But we also, probably chicken salad is probably our biggest seller.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
So let's talk real quick about some desserts, because I know we're running out of
Okay.
time. I love desserts. You know I do. That's one of the favorite things that I like about coming to Ashley's, is because when I'm ordering, your whole countertop is filled with some of the most beautiful desserts ever. What's your favorite dessert to make?
My favorite dessert to make is probably the cobblers. And the reason I like to make those is because I make blackberry,
Okay.
and it's hard to find blackberry cobbler that's actually made that's not come from a can.
Yeah. Yeah.
I also make the tart cherry cobbler.
Okay.
Same thing, I buy the frozen cherry.
Listen, she's talking about cans, like cans are bad. And I'm thinking to myself, every time I make a cobbler, I open a can, and
Yeah.
she's like, we do ours frozen and fresh. And I'm
Yeah.
like, really?
And
that is what makes it so much
It is.
better. So much, like, it's fresh. It's
Yes.
made that day. It's so fresh and delicious.
we make peach cobbler, and we use frozen peaches to make that. And in doing that, you can add the amount of sugar that you would like. And I always err on the side of less sugar. If
Right.
it calls for a cup, I only put 3/4 of a cup. With our cobblers, I do that. With our banana pudding, I do that.
Okay.
I always cut the sugar in half for banana pudding.
Right, right.
Because your bananas have sugar, your vanilla wafers have sugar, so you don't need
It's
a lot
already
of sugar.
sweet, right? Okay.
Right. So I like doing that because I do
you're-
know it's healthier for you.
Your older generation absolutely loves you.
Yeah, they.
Because you're literally thinking about their health. You're thinking about their sugar intake. You're thinking about healthy options for them.
Right.
You're always cutting corners, not flavor, but
Right.
you're cutting those calories, you're cutting the sugar, you're cutting the fat, and it is absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
It's great food.
Yeah, our broccoli and cauliflower salad is our most
I've seen that.
salad that we
Just-
sell the most of.
It looks delicious.
We make our own dressing for that. Again, I don't use all mayonnaise. I use part sour cream
Right.
and part mayo. And the broccoli and cauliflower, it's an excellent source of vegetables for
Right,
you.
right.
And,
You have this. I don't know if you call it a tray or a platter that comes with a little bit of the chicken salad, a little bit of the broccoli, cauliflower, some fresh fruit. What do you call that?
We call that our salad plate. It has
Okay.
a scoop of chicken salad on a bed of lettuce.
Okay.
It has a deviled egg in it.
Okay.
It has fresh fruit and
Okay.
whatever fresh fruit's in season at the time.
Okay, and some crackers.
Yes, crackers and
Sounds
broccoli
good.
and cauliflower salad and macaroni salad.
So it's one of those. I would call it a sample platter. That's what I
True.
would call it because it's a little bit of everything, but everything is pretty healthy.
Yes.
Makes you feel good. Sometimes when you're rushing around during the middle of the day, or even in the evening, you sometimes you eat wrong because you're in a hurry or you don't have time to cook something. This is a very healthy,
It is.
light meal. Will give you energy. Will make you feel good and not feel heavy on you.
Exactly.
Well, one of our biggest mistakes is in the middle of the day, we kind of wait till we're starving, and then we eat, and then we do what? We make bad choices.
Exactly, yes.
I mean, everyone, we just have to be transparent here and just agree on this. We make bad choices a lot when it comes to eating because of time management, and we just got to do better. And I am thankful for this place because in the middle of the day, if I'm craving something, I want something a little healthy, I'm going to come here to Ashley's because I know it's like home cooking and it's healthy. I love the way you cut curves
Yes.
on some things. That's
I
genius.
I love to cook what's in season because also that's the most economical products to buy. at the
Makes
time.
sense. Makes sense.
And also you have the most flavor in that. If you try to serve strawberries when they're not being
Exactly.
grown somewhere and they are
Exactly.
being gassed to turn red, you're
Exactly.
not going to have excellent flavor.
Exactly.
And that's what I strive to have, excellence in the taste and quality, but at an affordable price.
Yes. Well, we are out of time, but trust me, there's more to talk about, and we'll film more later. If you are hungry and looking for some great, delicious food, come right here to Ashley's. We're on Kings Mountain Road, just before Figsboro Road, near the intersection. It's easy to find. Just look for the signs and follow them on social media.